What is going on, everybody? KJ Wiggums here, live on Bucks County. How is everybody doing? I hope you are all doing well. So, like I had said, today we are going to be getting underway and getting our potatoes taken care of. And I am not sure how long this is going to take today. I know it's going to take us some time, and I know I'm a little bit earlier than what I originally had said. I know I was looking at the 4 o'clock time, but we had some things come up. I had the free time now, so I wanted to jump on here, and I wanted to get everything going. Um, Mainly because, like I said, I just don't know how long it's going to take. I'm thinking probably around 2 hours is how long it's going to take us to get through this. And Farmer Pierce, how are you, sir? And I'm hoping that I don't have to go into a late autumn day 8 on here in order to get this done. I'm hoping I can get it all done on day 7. But we're going to be getting all of this done and hopefully getting it all stored today as well is the game plan. But we'll have to... What's going on? What am I stuck on? What am I stuck on? Uh-oh. Let's see here. Let's jump in here and see if I can... I don't know what it's... Not sure what I'm stuck on. There we go. Alright. There we go. Got that freed up. That down. And get going again. Alright. So, yeah. Hoping to be able to get it all taken care of on day 7. I'm not even sure how many potatoes I'm actually going to get out of here. That's the other thing I'm really eager to see. From growing potatoes in the greenhouse over the winter time, we ended up getting roughly 20,000, I think it was like 23,000 liters from growing the potatoes. I foresee us getting a lot more out of these 2 fields than that, hopefully. And then we're going to have to start looking at where we're going to put our potato washer and our sorter, because that is going to be the next step for our potatoes, and we're going to have to see what happens with all of that. But again, welcome everybody. I hope you guys are all doing well. There we go. We're going to miss a few things here and there, but that's alright. I'll be able to go back and pick them up. Turn the lights off now. Turn around without hitting 4840. Perfect. No, Farmer Pierce, they are not my favorite crop either. I just really wanted to go for something different on here. With what I think I'm on year 3 or year 4, and I wanted to try something a little bit different. The potatoes, I've never been a fan of doing them. I've never really used the Grimmy Pack or the washer and all that stuff. So I'm interested in seeing how it helps financially, helps the farm. Was really kind of the only reason I went for them. So we'll see what happens. I know they take forever to do. That's why I'm not a huge fan. And with us having such small equipment, it definitely isn't going to make it any faster either. LJ, what's going on, man? Hope you're doing well. So what are we taking up? We take up 3 rows at a time. So I'm going to, well, now we're taking up 4 rows. Doing well, LJ. I'm doing well. Let's go ahead and try to keep right here. See if we can square this all back off. You know what I'm wondering? I'm wondering if we could take the windrower and windrow the potatoes up into a bigger potato swath. So as we come through with the other Grimmy, we could pick up more than just one thing. Stone Valley on, okay. I never played the Stone Valley map. How do you like that one? Yeah, I never got on there. Okay. So they're saying that the crop is too wet. That is not what we need right now. And that's because of the snowfall coming in. Hopefully this snow just passes and doesn't stick around, or it's going to make for a very short video. Let's get the 4840. Let's, I guess, just pick up what we have right now is all we really can do. There's not going to be much that we're going to be able to do with the wet crop. Hopefully this snow does not stay around. Turn that on and get that lowered. Where is the pickup? Right there. Right? Pickup? So why aren't you picking them up then? Oh, you can't even pick them up off the ground? Oh, no. So you can't even pick the potatoes up when the ground's too wet. I did not know that. The one I'm driving now, it's the 4840 by Black Sheep Modding. Let's jump into here. What's the weather? So snow and then rain. By 3 o'clock it's supposed to be clear. Drying potential is extremely low. I guess what we could possibly do is let the potato, we could turn that off, right? Crop moisture. Well, the crop moisture thing is off. Is it just when it's the weather? Let's do this. Hello, Kimberly. Hello. Let us speed up time and see if we can get this weather to pass, because it's calling for snow until about noon, and then after noon it's supposed to switch to rain. So let's see if we can get all of that cleared up. So here comes the rain. Well, this is definitely going to put a damper on the getting the crop done by today. I guess what I could do is I could turn the time down and just do real time instead of times 15. And that would help out there, but I don't know what to do if that doesn't actually work out. So let's back the 4840 up out of the way. Let's get back in the 4010. Let's just get it ready. We lost a little bit of crop because I didn't realize that with the snow you couldn't thrash. But that's alright, that ain't going to be the end of the world. Let's get back on course here. says you can't. But I thought as long as there's something in here. Traffic. Let's go back in here. Let's turn it on and then turn it off and see if that changes anything. Yeah, so let's slow time back down. We'll just go to regular time. Hi, Christopher. And then let's... Ooh, we gotta turn it on. There we go. Alright. So we'll get these pulled out of the ground. Get back on track with this. We lost a decent amount of time because of that, so we do have to get back up and running. So this takes out 4 at a time, so if we put our bonnet right in the middle, this should take out everything then, I would hope, 4-row wise. Oh yeah, perfect. Perfect, perfect. So, yeah, so now we're sitting at 3 o'clock. We only have this much done because of the rain. We had to wait for the crop moisture and all that stuff to go away and figure all that out. So, I don't know. I think checking the windrower out and seeing if we can do that. Maybe if we just get this field done today, that's going to leave us tomorrow to do the second field that we, it's a possibility that we could do that as well. I don't know. We're going to have to see. We're going to have to see where we are come that time, come the end of the day, how much of this field we have done and how much longer we're going to have, because if I can't get all of this stuff up and out, it's going to be smarter for me to work one field and worry about one field, because again, here comes some more snow, it looks like. And if this accumulates, there it is. There it is again. Turn everything back off until, yeah, I guess what we can do, we'll unhook the 40/20 and we'll run up here and give some water and some straw to the horses while we wait. Kind of the only thing I can really think to do. It looks like the potato harvest today may end up just being a bust, and man, I don't know if we can't get these potatoes out in the next 2 days on both these fields. That is a lot of money that we are going to be losing out on, so I'm not exactly sure what I want to do or exactly how we should go about doing this. Yeah, it's going to be a lot if we miss out on all of that. I mean, we have the horses and stuff like that to keep us going. They definitely keep bringing us in the money. But the problem is we've invested so much money into doing the potatoes. We have so much invested in that Grimmy equipment, and I think we spent $40,000 on the harvester to pick up the swaths. So I mean, that's potentially losing out on a good bit of money this year. And at the end of the day, it could be a make or break for us. So, alright, what'd that bring us up to? Alright, that's good for the straw. I'll be able to get the rest of the straw in there then. Let's go get this put back up. Because the other thing we have to do, we'll go get the truck. Actually, we'll go get the gator, I think. Let's go get this put back up. Because the other thing we have to do, we'll go get the truck. Actually, we'll go get the gator, I think. Let's go get this put back up. Because the other thing we have to do, we'll go get the truck. Actually, we'll go get the gator, I think. just shut this here. That'll be fine. Go turn their water on. Hey, what's going on? Let's go grab the gator. And we'll go take a look at a couple of our other fields, I guess, while the snow continues. I didn't even see that in the forecast for the rest of today. Should be able to squeeze out of here. So, two of the other things that I wanted to get done before the end of the year, which now with the potatoes getting held up, not being able to do them today, I still have to get the grass field on 38 cut, and I have to get the clover on field 35 cut, and I want to get that taken care of. I want to get the clover down here so we can get our compost pile completely full. Well, not completely full, but as full as we can for the year. So far, we have 57,000 liters of manure in there. That turns into the compost, and then I want to get field 38 here cut and put into the silage bunker, and we have 73,000 liters in here. I think I'm going to leave that uncovered for this year because I do have the plan to put some corn in for next year. I'm definitely going to be doing a lot of changes on the farm when it comes to the field layout and where all the fields are and everything. I think out farther, I think I'm going to turn this into a potato field, this entire grass field. And we'll go from there, and that'll be our only potato field, and then we can have a whole field of wheat again, or oats, I'm sorry. Have another whole field of oats again, and yeah, I think that'll be better for the horses. If we don't turn, and then probably do a grass field where the potato and oats are, or maybe leave them fallow for the year, for next year. And then our field down here that we have clover in, I want to come down, I want to rip all this up, and I want to turn this into a cornfield down here for silage. I think this will be a decent sized field down here. This field is already ready to be cut and everything like that, so I think if we come down and we rip all this up, I think this will be a decent sized cornfield for chaff that we can just potentially turn in, or not potentially, but we can turn into silage and then go around and sell that off. It's still very profitable for the silage, and I think if we move over to the corn silage, I think that'll be even better for us. Just money-wise, I think we'll get a lot more off of it than the grass. The only downfall to doing the corn silage is it does only grow once. So next year will kind of be a test. We got 73,000 liters off of just one full cut of our grass field up here. And if we can get more than that off of the corn, we'll definitely be better off, but it's going to be one heck of a challenge to be able to get that done. Man, the only other thing I can think that we can do today, now that we're not going to be able to get these potatoes out, is come through and start clearing this shed out up here, get some of this equipment out, because we're going to have to maneuver a good bit of stuff around in order to get the potatoes stored in here. So let's see what we have up in here that we can pull out. So we got most of the grimy stuff out. We got a good bit of the mowing stuff in here. I don't know if I can hook up to... Oh, I don't know if I can hook up to this with the gator. Oh yeah, we can. Perfect. So just to pull it out of the way, I'm not going to leave it on here. I think for right now, we'll just take this up here and store it where the grimy stuff was. By the tedder, there we go. And I just want to get that weeder out of there. I'll take the weeder back up to the main area. We'll put it in one of the farm sheds up there. Set up. Alright. So we'll take this up to the shed, and then that'll leave a decent amount of space once we once we start getting these potatoes out of here. Like I said, that was kind of my plan for today, but obviously that doesn't look like it's going to happen. So really there's a whole lot of nothing to be doing on the farm today. Kind of guess I picked a bad time to go live. So what we got? Let's see. I guess for now let's just keep fast forwarding time. We'll get through all of this, and then we switch to rain again. That's lovely. Maybe, hopefully, after all of this, I can, I don't know, get back into it. Vacuuming over here. Ooh, no. I don't want to detach you. There we go. Yeah, it definitely looks like it's going to rain throughout the entire night, so just leave you here. Darn, I really didn't expect it to rain today. I checked before I decided, like, there's nothing that called for rain all day. It's not supposed to rain again until Tuesday. So, let me put that down. Let's run up here and sleep through the night. Off there, what time is it? 6 o'clock. So we'll sleep for 13 hours. Let's just do 14. That'll take us to 8. And that should be a little bit more sunlight out. I made decent money this time around. Alright, so now everything should be good. We should be able to go back and work the potatoes. Back down here, because now we're down to our last 2 days. Down to our last 2 days and don't even have a quarter of this field done. So we'll have to turn and burn and get all of this stuff going. Oh man, oh man. Oh no, I think we are just gonna end up getting one field done, because I'm gonna have to make sure I get everything off of this field before I go move to the next field. Possibly hire a helper to do the other field. They can start ripping everything out while I just drive around and pick everything up, because I'm going to have to do the pickup and unload into the trailer and take the trailer up as well. You know, I really have to get better at course play. I can do little fundamental things with course play, but not a whole lot. That's about as, you know, I can kind of make it do a field during a contract, and that's about it. I know there's a whole lot of other stuff you can have with course play. I just don't know how to do it all. So, yeah, so change of plans. We'll do this field now. Holy crap. Where did all this snow come from? Oh my goodness. No. Because it's not even giving me the potatoes anymore. Did we lose the whole crop? No, it's still there. Oh, man. It's pulling them. It's just not dropping them. Oh, this is not going well for us, guys. We are looking at losing a lot of money. Can I pick these ones up? Okay, so, alright. I can at least start picking up what's on the ground. So we do have that. That is a plus. So let us, I guess, get this picked up. We actually have to speed time back up as well, because hopefully that'll help everything melt. Oh man, I don't know what to do. I don't know what we're gonna do. We're potentially looking at probably close to $100,000, I would think. I'm gonna go up here and turn around because I can't drive through the crop with this tractor. So at the moment, I'm gonna say doing the double crop in the field has turned out to be a bust. It is not, it's not worth it. We are losing out on too much. Like, I was able to get a little bit done, but this is going to take us clear up until the very last day. Oh man, I do not know what to do. We are still picking up potatoes, right? Yeah. And I mean, these were whole swaths the whole way down. And now you can see that they're so checkered. I'm not even getting the full amount that we had ripped out of the ground initially. I'm not saying that doing the potatoes isn't a good idea. I think overall it is. I really just think that the way we set it up and had two crops in one field, took care of the oats and left all that stuff sit, because we couldn't get into the potatoes right away without clearing the headlands. I think that's what ended up messing us up for the year. I think overall we did have enough time to get the potatoes out if we had the equipment working on both of them, which really there was no reason why we couldn't have. Ah, man. I guess what we're really going to have to see is throughout the day if the snow melts at all. And day 9 is going to be our big day to see whether or not we're able to get all of the potatoes out of here. I don't know if we're going to get them off of both fields. I don't know if... Man, I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. I know this little bit, every little bit's going to help. So this will just add to that 20,000 liters that we have sitting up in the shed up there now, and we'll see from there. Also, look how just one side of the tractor is feeding into the snow and turning white, and the other side shows no signs. Oh man, this would be my luck though. But hey, I guess this is one of the reasons why we call it the struggling farmer. 24-day season? No, okay, so I'm running 9-day seasons. I think if I had 24-day seasons, I definitely would have a lot more time to be able to do what I need to. That's for sure. What are we doing? We're stuck. We're stuck. Got stuck on the snow. Come on. Getting stuck on the snow. This is the downfall to driving two-wheel drive. Let's see if we can get her this time. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Drop it. Come on. Yeah, 24-day seasons definitely would give me the time that I need. And I don't know, maybe, you know, maybe raising the seasons to something a little higher is something that I need to do with running with such small equipment and the restrictions that I did give myself on here. It's possible that it's something that I should do. Because even getting these potatoes looks like it's going to be a struggle getting the rest of these picked up. So maybe go to, what do you go to after 9-day seasons? Does it go to 12, 18, 24? I mean, I would think that's how it should be. But maybe we could look at doing a 12th day for seasons, and worst case scenario, if I need to skip a few days because I have nothing to do, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. And then that would, I don't know, there's a lot of things that I could do. I can't change it now. Sorry, just hit my headset. I can't change anything now, like I'm stuck with where we're at. I wasn't able to get anything after 9, 12. Yeah, I could do the side work. I do on here, I have a lot of like odds and ends stuff that I do around the farm, the horses, stuff like that. I was looking at doing some expansion when it came to some of my fields that I could clear the trees out, but I had just planted a lot of these trees to fill in this area to just give it the look that it has. So yeah, there is that. How do I lift that up? So I gotta get that up, so. What are we doing here? That's for the cab. There we go, pipe out. Let's get that up here. So this trailer should be able to take about 2 of these. Obviously, we're not going to have to worry too much about that. Man, I can't believe that the snow came in like it did and completely changed everything. I really don't know what I'm going to do money-wise now. Like I said, I still got the horses. I do have some silage that I can sell. But expansion-wise, what we were looking at being able to do for next year, like, that's kind of out of the picture. You know, getting ourselves some newer equipment kind of looks like it's going to be on hold again, too. And getting the potato washer and all that stuff, that's going to break the bank again as well. So, yeah, I'm not sure what we're going to do. I definitely don't think that it would be a smart move to look at getting into any other animals right now. We were talking, Graham and I were talking about, you know, pigs or cows and stuff like that. And, you know, it's been since LaPinky that I've done pigs, but whew, pigs are a lot of work. They take a lot of work to do. And honestly, I just don't know if I want to take on that much. But I've done cows so many times. And cows themselves can become their own little problem. So I think what I'm going to do is, just because I got stuck the last time, I'm just going to run up here, pick up this last little piece here. We'll run up top here with this off, and then turn around and come back down. I should be able to miss the 40-10. But yeah, judging by the time, judging by everything, I'm pretty sure we're done on the potatoes. We definitely lost out on that. Get in there, get this picked up, and then get that in, and we'll see where we're at. Like I said, I should miss. Nope, we're not going to miss. Let me get in here. Let's just get out of the way. There we go. Oh, man. Well, I had big plans for a nice big episode 50 potato harvest live. But I guess the farm sim gods had different plans for the struggling farmer. That's crazy. I can't believe that happened. Oh, man. Alright, so we do still have one day. I do still have one day. I'm not going to be able to get my grass cut. And yeah, we just happened to lose out on a decent amount of time. And I really think it all comes down to how we did the field. Doing the outline in oats and having to have that taken care of first before we could touch the potatoes, getting the bales up and all of that. And then we had the rain that took away a day. Man, this year has been a hard year for us. I know we're sitting at $45,000 and stuff like that. But you can see all my equipment is old and small. Like, That's not a whole lot of money when it comes to expanding, to be bringing in bigger stuff. So let's just fold that up. We'll leave this here. Let's flip back up to the trailer. We'll go get this dumped. That'll take us up to about 30,000 liters. It's not too bad. Like I said, considering most of that was homegrown. Yeah, I'm hoping that a lot of this snow just melts overnight into tomorrow, and then I don't know, we'll be able to get get some more of it off. Because I'm not even, like I said, I'm not even able to go out and cut the grass or anything like that either. So let's get this turned around. Back it up there. Missed the mower. Sliding on the snow. There we go. Load this here. Rafters. There we go. Alright, so that's down. I want to take it back down there just in case this snow does clear out tomorrow and we're able to at least get one of these fields taken care of. And this is the power of editing too. Like, if I was making just a regular video, like, I could have cut all this stuff out, all this back and forth little work that I'm doing right now. You know, I would have cut all this stuff out compared to, you know, with going live. You're kind of here for all of it. You're here to see everything. I just can't believe the snow laid on the ground. If it didn't lay, we would have been fine. We would have had all day. But unfortunately, let's bump that up to 120. Unfortunately, that was not in the works for us, for whatever reason. Like I said, hopefully, speeding up time, this snow will melt away. I don't know, 33 degrees. I don't really foresee it going anywhere. But stranger things have happened, I guess. One of the other things that, you know, while we're sitting here with, you know, nothing to do, let's go ahead and shut that off, detach, just in case. One of the other things that I was looking at doing is I wanted to update the farm a little bit. We have the dirt tracks that go everywhere. If you've been following the series, you know, you see what the roads look like without all the snow on here. But I've been thinking about coming through and putting gravel down throughout the entire place. Kind of just to update it a little bit, clean it up a little bit more. I think we're kind of at that point in our progression that updating the farm again would be a good touch. What? I'm working on... Oh, nice. Sheep are one thing that I haven't done a lot of. We could possibly bring sheep in here. We do a lot of grass work as it is. You guys have to let me know what you think about that. If we should do some sheep in here instead of horses, or instead of cows or pigs. But yeah, like I was saying, you know, we brought in some of the telephone poles with the lights on them to help light up the place some. I've been slowly decorating. I don't know if anybody has noticed things like that, but some of this stuff was already here, and then, like, you know, throughout the episodes, I threw up some crates up there. Threw some more stuff down below through Giant Editor just to slowly make the farm feel like it's more and more lived in as we're going along throughout the seasons. It's really been helping me, I think, and this is another one I did. I did some more over here with throwing a pile of wood and stuff like that back here where the old abandoned car and stuff is. And then, of course, down here by the field we have, you know, just a pile of scrap metal thrown down. And I'm slowly doing that stuff on and off on Giant Editor just to add some more life to the farm. On Facebook, a lot of people are really enjoying the farm. Oh, let's slow down time again. Hold on. Let's get up here and see. Oh, ho, ho. All right, so I'm going to have to work through the night. I can't. I'm sorry, I don't know how dark it's going to be for you guys, but I can't let this pass. I have to get as much as I can off the ground. So hopefully it's not too bad for everybody. You guys will be able to see things, but we are going to have to work through the night, and then hopefully that means we will be able to get both fields. Oh, and look, all our potatoes were in there too. I didn't know that held the potatoes. I didn't know that had a capacity. Alright, so we didn't lose all the potatoes then. So that's good. But yeah, like I was saying, I show pictures of the farm and stuff like that, and the changes and the updates on Facebook, in a couple groups I'm part of, and then of course on my own Facebook. I post pictures and stuff like that of the farm and different scenic shots while recording episodes and things like that. So I do like the progression the farm is taking. I do like all the feedback that I'm getting. I think for now it's just going to make more sense to stay in cab. And what I will do is we will run it times 15 since we're going to work through the night. I think that'll be fair all around. But yeah, I'm liking the feedback that I'm getting from people and the things they're saying about the farm and how well it's come along. I think it's just time to take it to the next step and, you know, put some gravel down, get rid of the dirt, muddy roads and stuff like that. And then I am going to add another shed in. Maybe we can do that after we get this potato harvest and everything done. I am going to be storing all the potatoes in that shed that we had, you know, were just at. And I'm going to have to get a lot of that equipment out of there in order to do that. It's not going to be able to stay in there. We'll definitely run out of room, so I'll have to get that taken care of. Turn around here. Back on course. You have no idea how long this is going to take. And with as unpredictable as the weather has been, it's probably going to make more sense to just deal with the one field at a time. If we have all of tomorrow to take care of the other potato field and we can get it up, you know, by all means, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get it taken care of. But if not, you know, it's fine. I'd rather lose one field than both fields. So we'll just have to, you know, keep going and play by ear exactly how this is going to go. And what the best move is going to be. Turn around, it sure is dark out, I can tell you that. I can't see anything except for where my lights are pointing. Should be right in line right here. It looks like we got off course a little bit. Coming down. So we'll do this to get ourselves back on course and then have another straight line. Alright, so I'm also sitting here and I've been trying to figure out what I'm going to do. FS22 is 7 weeks away, I believe. Just about 7 weeks out. And obviously I'm not anywhere near calling this farm a success and saying that I'm able to completely do everything on this farm without issue. Clearly we have and still have our struggles and our issues on the farm. But I got to start planning and figuring out, you know, if I bring this to an end, how I want to do that. Or if I want to carry this over into, continue carrying this over with FS22 being out. I also thought about maybe not switching over to 22 right away and allowing that whole bug thing that typically comes with FS, allow that to be worked out for the first couple months, and then, you know, continue to keep riding this train and working on the struggling farmer videos. I already pre-ordered it, so I will have it. It's not that I'm worried about. It's just, you know, when and how long it's going to take them to get everything turned over. Oh, look, we have some withered crops here. I've been talking to TNT Modding. I haven't talked to him in a couple weeks now, but I know he had talked about not doing any more modding, but he has had thoughts about possibly bringing this map back to 22, converting it back over. Excuse me. So we do still have that option. That would be pretty cool to be able to bring this over into FS22 and keep this series going. It definitely seems to be one of the more popular series on my channel, and a lot of people seem to really like it, so I'm not at all moved to be getting rid of it too quickly. Oh man. Yeah, I'm not looking at getting rid of it too quickly because it is something everybody seems to be enjoying. So I think it'd be smart to, you know, keep giving you guys what you like. Now, as when it comes to new content, that's where the dilemma comes in. I'm episode 50 on this farm, but I'm also 6 or 7 months into it, or maybe even longer than that. When did, let me see something. I want to see when the first episode of Bucks County came out. to find. There we go. The first episode of Bucks County came out. Show me the detail. Nope, I don't want you. Came out September 17th, 2020. So we are over a year into this map. And, you know, I appreciate everybody that's been here and is watching and stuff like that. Still enjoying and liking and commenting. But it has been a year. That's a really long time for a Let's Play to be going on. Where are we at here? It's a really long time for a Let's Play to be happening. Especially with only having 50 episodes. I don't have every day to record. I don't have a ton of time in between videos to do things. A lot of times when I record, I usually sit down in one day and record 2 episodes. And I try to plan them out as best as I can because I don't have a lot of time. You know, I have a lot of stuff like, you know, sports and things like that. I'm running around constantly, so it is hard for me to sit and make a whole bunch of episodes. Family dynamics and stuff like that have changed a lot in my life, so, you know, I'm doing a lot more of the roundabout stuff around the house on my own. So, you know, I got to pull in all of that stuff and think about all of that as well. When just trying to figure out exactly how I want to go about doing videos. I enjoy doing YouTube. I enjoy making the videos and the content and stuff like that. But for me, at no point am I going to sacrifice my family time. And I know I have the support of most of the people. I don't know, there's some new people, but a lot of the people that have been following for a really long time, you know, we've all talked about the family first and stuff like that. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I want to get some new content up, but I am still enjoying doing the videos for the struggling farmer as well. I really would like to see how far we can get this farm to grow just by putting in the grind that we have been. You know, for us to be only on year 3, 50 episodes in a year later, like, it just goes to show you, like, I'm not spending a whole lot of time playing right now. And I'm alright with that. It's the time of year where I go hiking now. My videos were up higher over the summer like they normally are. Now that the weather's getting cooler and stuff like that, I'm definitely out more. It's just finding that happy balance between life and video games. But it looks like we will for sure get all of these potatoes up off of this field tonight. Did I hire a helper? Oh my goodness. I think I hired a helper through that part. Oh, I hate working at night. Track. And there we go. All right. No, I agree with you, Farmer Pierce. There is always improvements and stuff that you can do to a farm. I think when I play, I kind of set certain goals in mind, and once I hit those goals, that's when I consider the farm done, for me. With this one, I never really set forth a goal. I just kind of was like, you know, these are going to be the restrictions. This was kind of going to be this was always going to be my last map I played on FS19. I knew that as soon as I started this Let's Play, that's what my goal was for Bucks County. But I never really had an idea of like, okay, when does the struggling farmer not become so much of a struggle anymore? As you can see, I'm struggling still. I'm still having the issues of the weather and things like that. Financially, I'm still not where I need to be. My equipment is all up there around 30 hours. It's all old and small stuff, you know, the 4 meter to 6 meters. Actually, I don't think I have anything that's 6 meters. My combine, I don't know if you saw that, but it's a, you know, John Deere pull type. Very small. It, you know, takes a lot more time. I don't have the money to buy a bigger harvester right now, so for the struggle piece of it, the mindset that I had going into this Let's Play, like, I'm still there with the struggle piece. I haven't considered myself going, yeah, okay, we're there, we made it. Now it's just the typical grind that you can get in FS. I still think, you know, for me, that typical grind that, alright, go out, turn a field over, move on to the next one, it's not there. I don't know how each day is gonna shape out with the equipment and stuff like that as of right now, so. But no, I definitely get what you're saying. If you just look at doing the farm, yeah, it could take, you could keep going with any farm, just depends on how much you want to keep doing the turnover. I've tried a lot of new things. Doing this, doing the double crop in one field, definitely turned, I think it made it worse, but it was definitely something neat to try, something new. What's up, Scorpion? I'm doing well. I'm doing well. How are you? Yeah, I don't think that I'll do double crop in one field again. At least not how I did the oats, with them doing the headland all the way around the potatoes. I'll do side-by-side crops, but doing the getting lined up. Doing the headland and oats and then leaving the potatoes in the middle. I had to get everything cleared out for the oats before I could keep moving, so good, man. I'm glad to hear you're doing good. Before I could even touch the potatoes, I had to clear all of the oats out. I had to get the straw off the ground before it all disappeared for the horses and stuff like that, so it wasn't really worth doing it in the long run. It held us up. We could have had a wheat field and a potato field and, you know, a tractor taking care of one while I was taking care of the other, so, you know, you live and learn with a lot of trying new things, and that's what I've really been trying to do on this Let's Play, is just all kinds of new stuff, things that I haven't tried yet, things that I haven't really seen anybody else do either. And the other big thing, the big struggle that I'm having on here is equipment. You know, I wanted to do my best to try to keep it as John Deere themed as possible, and you know, there's not a whole lot of small John Deere stuff, and I just don't have the horsepower or the money to move up into the bigger stuff quite yet. Thank you for the like. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So that's been hard too. You know, finding certain equipment that I like and that I want to try to use, but you know, I gotta wait until I get $200,000-$300,000 to buy a bigger, more horsepower tractor that I could even use it on, and you know, and then that stuff's sitting at $100,000, where, you know, most of my stuff that I'm picking up, I really haven't spent over 70 grand on anything. Most of my equipment is cheap, secondhand, was really beaten up when I bought it, a lot of hours on it. So, you know, just trying to figure all of that stuff out. Alright, let's get in here. There we go. And on up. I tell you, it is the worst doing a lot of this stuff in the dark for sure. No, there's not a lot of old John Deere stuff. Did you, Farmer Pierce, did you see the farm type harvester that I was using? I don't know if you saw that, but that was a mod that Bex Modding helped me do. And she went wild with it. She made a lot of, you know, just extra stuff for me on there. Did some pictures and, you know, KJ Wiggum's family farm, the Wiggum's family farm and stuff like that, decals for it and stuff like that. And then she had helped me do a manure spreader as well, so that I could have that on here. And then that's what got me into doing a lot of modding, or at least editing right away, some mods to, you know, really just kind of make some stuff for the farm here for me. I don't do any real modding, but then I jumped in and started doing well, hold on, let's stop right here real quick. Let's turn the flashlight on. We'll run up to the barn real quick. I'll show it to you. But I started doing map making, and I'm working on, for FS19, I don't know how to do the transfer, so it might go over to 22. But I'm working on a really small Irish map. So this is my John Deere harvester. I don't have all the updates to this one, but Rebecca had put in some stuff to get the Wiggum's family farm logo and all that stuff on the back here and things like that. But this is the harvester I've been working with for 2 years, because it's all I can afford. So I can't stay too long because I got to get back out here because we got to get these potatoes done. Jump the fence. But yeah, so I started getting into map making, and that I truly enjoy. I'm still learning a lot of it, with how to do things. Right now I'm doing a lot of the deco stuff around the map and trying to figure out, like, where to put the shop and where to put some of the sell points, because it's not a big map at all, just because it was my first one. Well, okay, so it's my second one that I worked on. My first one, I was doing a standard size map, and it was too much. I bit off more than I could chew with that. I still have it. I still work on it from time to time, but I wanted to try to do something small and just to see and get a feel for how it goes. Yeah, I'm talking about Rebecca from Bex Modding. She helped me do that. And she's helped me through the map making stuff too, and, you know, what she doesn't know, she's pointed me in the right direction to get a hold of a couple people that have been able to help me through some things. So I'm hoping, I don't know, I was thinking this weekend I have some free time, this upcoming weekend, that I was going to sit down and just get on and mess around with the map for a couple days. Like I said, I'm still working on a lot of the deco stuff around the roads. When it comes to map making, I've always enjoyed the maps that had a little bit more detail than just being plain. So I do have, like, a lot of detail on it. Just like little areas that really have nothing to do with anything, but it's just nice little features that I added to it, I think. And it's been one of those, like, I don't know if I'm even going to release it or if it's just a map I'm going to play on. But I'm struggling with doing the cow area. I have a cow area that I'm trying to do custom, um, and I'm struggling with it. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with all that. Maybe I'll go live one day on there and show you guys the farm that I'm working on, the map that I'm working on. Oh man, alright, what are we coming up? Coming up to midnight. I don't know if we're about done with this field. I can't really see. I can't really see over there how much we have left, but I'm thinking if we can get this field at least topped before the morning. I'll have to check the weather, and what is the weather looking like for tomorrow? We're on a straight path. Let it reload. So they're not calling for any rain or anything tomorrow. So that's a plus. That could potentially give us both fields taken care of then. I just don't know if that's going to be both fields taken care of in this live stream. We might have to do the second field off camera. I don't know. What are we going on? Probably about an hour and a half we've been live, I think. Yeah, I can what did you what kind of maps have you been working on? What have you been playing around with? Maybe I can reach out to you. You can help me when I have some struggles. Because I think what I'm going to end up doing is, you know, with FS22 being right around the corner, hope that I can convert my map over and some of my assets and stuff like that I have in there, convert that stuff over to FS22 and continue to make that map happen, because it is something that I want to see finished and see used. And I know for the most part, if I send it to Giants Mod Hub for FS19 after 22 comes out, it's not going to get used that much. So it would be fun to, you know, see one of my maps out with someone like Virtual Farmer or Farmer Min and see them playing around on it. Those are some of the guys that I really watch pretty hard coming up when I first started. And Mr. Silly P, I remember being part of Mr. Silly P's YouTube channel when he was still under 1,000 or right around just 1,000 subscribers and stuff like that, and he really took off. He's a really good YouTuber. I really enjoy watching his videos, at least. Here we go. We're definitely burning the midnight oil tonight, boys and girls. We're getting ready to come up to midnight, actually, and let us find out how much money we ended up making. I did see that we spent $775. I think that was on the horses earlier, so I thought their daily upkeep was a little more than that. Alright, we got 1,900 for the... Oh, we got $3 grand. All but $3 grand for the property income. I think that's for the windmill and the rental property that I have. Actually, the house that's right there. With the other field that I was looking at buying, it does come with another house that I could rent out. So I'm hoping I'm hoping this potato thing actually works, because if it does, it should give us the money to be able to get another rental property and, you know, continue to bring in our income that way as well. And as we're going to start moving into different animals, we're going to start spending more money. Definitely, if we look at doing the pigs, I'm going to have to get a different harvester, because my harvester I have now, you can't change the head out, so I don't have a corn header for it to get the corn for the piggies. So KJ Wiggums hauling, yep. You know, for Mr. Silly P, the first video that he had ever mentioned my name was on his it was FS17, and it was, what was the map that was just an island? Was it Golden Days of Farming? It was his Golden Days of Farming map Let's Play that he was doing. And my son and I at the time were playing on the Valley of the Old Farm, and we were doing all organic farming on there. The series is on here. It did span between FS17 and 19. It is on here if you ever want to go watch it. But we did an all organic farm, and I asked him for some organic hay bales, because on our map we had actually had a lot of rain the one year, and I could not get hay made for the life of me. And that's how we ended up going about getting our hay bales. Just using them through his thing, it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I remember I was smiles from ear to ear. There's just something about hearing your name for the first time, not in a live stream. I think when you're mentioned in an actual video, I think there's just it just hits a little different than being, you know, talked to as you're talking in the chat and stuff like that. So yeah, that was a moment I'll never forget. It was a really special moment for me. No, Graham, listen, I was thinking about what you said, saying that you were going, you know, it was going to be awfully late for you. So I jumped on a little earlier just to see. I didn't even realize we were still going to be going right now. We had a whole lot of problems at the beginning of this harvest. It rained, we couldn't do anything. It snowed. We went through the first day of late autumn. We went through the second day of late autumn. Again with more rain and snow, and couldn't do anything. And finally, the snow laid on the ground. I couldn't do anything. So here we are, working through the night, trying to get everything done. We are still working on our first field. We started on day 7 at 8 o'clock in the morning. Here we are on day 9. So I can just tell you the amount of issues I've had working this field. And I am telling you, I am about done with all of it. Even on camera, I know it's dark. I don't even know. Can we see any better outside here? Because I know I missed some spots. Actually, there's some spots that we missed right there. I know I got to go back around and pick some stuff up that I've missed. So I got to get everything that I possibly can. I expected it to be a lot easier. I wanted a nice, relaxing Sunday, just playing the game and stuff like that, but it definitely did not happen. So we got just a few pieces down here. I don't know if I'm going to worry too much about those. I just know I had a lot of longer strides, like that one and this one here, I think was another long one. There we go. Now the question is do we wait until the morning time, well, we're not going to be able to go to sleep, so we're just going to have to fast forward the time. But do we just wait till daylight, or we just keep going and head on over there and start getting those topped as well? Probably at this point just makes more sense to go over and get them topped as well. We can come back here and see what all we missed in the morning. And I can't see out the front of this at all. Should be enough room that we can squeeze between here. There we go. Oh, that's why we're just dirty. Alright, so now we are finally working on getting our very last potato field topped. I don't know how we're going to do going into late winter. I know once I get everything topped, it should be fine. I think I should be able to get everything, all the swaths and everything picked up without issue, and I don't think we're going to go too late into I don't think we're going to go too late into day 9, so there is potential that we could possibly get our grass cut one last time as well, which for me, I think it's going to be smarter for us to, everything we can get it cut and turned into compost rather than silage. That way we're not spending any money on fertilizer. The only other problem I'm going to see is I wanted to, see, and this is where the issue came into with this taking longer than it did. I wanted to come through and completely take care of ripping all of the fields up this year. I wanted to plow them all this year, and then I wanted to go through and put a fertilizer state on it, and then come through next year and put a second fertilizer state on it, and then cultivate everything in and then get everything planted. Well, with us going through this issue, I'm not going to have the time, I don't think, to get everything plowed up. Or get the fertilizer down. I have some liquid fertilizer left that I use for contracts that I could probably take care of the fields. But we don't have enough time for the compost. The compost is going to go throughout the entire winter. So my plan is possibly I have to cut the grass. I can't let that go. If we let the grass, if we don't end up cutting the grass, what we're going to do is end up losing a lot of compost or even silage. I think it would be smarter to cut everything out and worry about the field work come springtime. I think that's going to be the smarter bet. Nathan Ping, how are you doing, sir? Long time no talk. It's been quite a while since I've talked to you. I hope all is well, sir. But yeah, I think that's just going to have to be the issue we deal with come springtime, because I don't want to lose out on any crops or any potential money. So cutting all that in, unless we can't cut it for whatever reason, but I don't think it's too late in the year yet. We should still be able to get one last cut if we can get this all taken care of throughout today, this evening. Maybe come 6 o'clock in the morning we should be done topping everything. And then after that it's just going to be picking everything up. And then we'll just turn and burn and get on to the grass cutting. But I'll definitely take care of that in a video. We're not going to be doing that live today. Today is all about the potatoes. Even though the first, half hour of this live stream probably had nothing to do with the potatoes, because it just wasn't, just wouldn't let us deal with the potatoes. So, I'm ready for that sun to come up though. I do hate working at night. I think the last time I did anything at night on this farm is I went around and cut grass. When I first put the composter pit in, so that I could get some more compost, and it wasn't even close to being enough. So, all right, we are just about done with this field. These fields weren't very big. I'm definitely curious to see what we come up with, because I know with course play, because I did a lot of custom work on this farm and stuff, that getting course play to do anything doesn't really work without me having to do it first and then saving the course and everything like that. Oh, where are we going? I drove off course here. There we go. We'll do one more headland this way, and then we'll go up and down this field. So yeah, getting course play to do any of the work, it is extremely hard. I hire a helper, they charge outrageous prices compared to the course play helpers. So what I think I'm gonna do is that, and that's the problem. I don't know why I said what I think I'm gonna do. It's just getting anything set up, because I have to do 90% of the work myself. Nathan. Oh, well, good. I hope you enjoy this series. It's been going on. It's been going on for about a year now. Has been one of my favorite ones to play for sure. I'm glad that you were able to catch one of my lives as well, and I hope you are feeling a lot better. I hope things are going a lot better for you, sir. I have missed talking to you in the chat for sure. For those of you that don't know, Nathan has been one of the day one subscribers outside of my family, and has been following the channel for a couple years now, and truly do appreciate everything about him. Alright, what are we at? 3:30. This part shouldn't take that long, because this is a lot smaller than up there. So hopefully, I'm still thinking 6. We should have everything done by 6 o'clock in the morning, I hope. There we go, come back in. Set that cruise control. I might have to do a headland or two down along that fence. Down by the horses, it was kind of hard to turn around down there. Maybe when we do this pass, we'll go, or when we go back down our next pass, we can go ahead and get that. Probably put 2 headlands in there. I think that would be enough to get us turned around. Tracker is definitely dirty. You can see a difference. how bright it actually is outside compared to watching the inside. And I'm sorry for how dark this video is. I know it was not my plan to be working this late into the night. But unfortunately, just the way everything happened, I did not have much of a choice. So, I'm never a huge fan of watching videos where they're working at night, and I'm definitely not a fan of making videos working at night, but this is one of those things like we were talking about earlier when it comes to doing edits on videos. Sometimes this is where the power of editing comes in. Like, I can skip through all of this stuff and save you guys the headache and everything from having to watch it. So I know for me, I would do cross platform, and I'd go without mods if I was playing with people, like, you know, with playing with my son and stuff like that. It wouldn't affect me at all. I mean, I'd still have my own Let's Play and stuff like that that I would do everything else with my mods and all that. Ooh, dry throat. You know, Graham, there's always that option of just going to get a PC instead of staying with console. And then you could have all of the mods. That is still an option, sir. Alright, just hit 4:30 in the morning. We are just about done with the topping of everything. I've heard a couple people. I was saying that earlier that I don't even know if I'm getting FS22 right away, just because of the bugs that always seems to come with the game first thing. That's my thing. I get the pen. You know, when you're on a budget, there's nothing you can do about it. I get that. Yeah, Nathan, for sure. I still play with a Xbox controller, but I have hooked up my steering wheel and stuff like that, so I use my steering wheel and pedals also when playing, but I don't use them all that much because I don't know, I find it easier to drive in FS with my controller than I do the steering wheel. I like the steering wheel for like American Truck Simulator and stuff like that. is going to be interesting to see how many potatoes we get. You know what I want to see real quick? One thing I want to look at. Let's go into here and scroll over. So, regular potatoes, top price right now are $197. When we get into our premium potatoes, we're doing $478. Yeah, so $478 is what we'll be getting per thousand. And that's just right now. That price will obviously be different when we actually go back in and when we sell, because we don't even have the stuff to wash the potatoes yet. So we still got to get all of that stuff first too. So we got a little bit bigger patch down here than we do up top. So we'll get this all cleared out, and then we'll go up and finish that top patch. And then that'll take us to the end of today for sure. Oh yeah, the wheel on ATS does make it so much better. Oh no, the struggle is real. I hate doing bales. That's why I stopped doing silage bales on this farm and put in the silage pit and did the loose silage. The first time I sold silage bales on here, I sold almost 100 bales, and all of them, like with the way I do this this series, it was all self-stacked and everything. So no, I get it, and I still have, you know, the bales that I store over there, the clover bales, hay bales, and grass bales and everything for the horses. Straw bales and all that, and then I have like 40, I think there's 45 silage bales left over there that I have to sell, and stacked all of them over there as well. Switching over to the loose silage was more of a time saver for me when it comes down to getting the work done on the farm. But even now I'm starting to find that to, you know, go back and forth. I don't know if it really is saving that much time, because once I get everything picked up, I got to disconnect. Once the trailer's full, I got to disconnect, take the trailer over, empty the trailer out, hook everything back up, then go back and sit there once it's all done and compact everything and get it all ready for, you know, to be tarped and all that stuff. So I think no matter how you look at it, you're going to be putting in the time and the work to do it. Yeah, the potato washing is part of the global company. And I'm hoping because of that, it's going to make all of this worth it. Because I modified a couple mods that I really want to install when it comes to getting into bigger potato harvesting. Right now, I'm still too small. I don't want to install these things, and I don't want to show them off yet. But you know, they do and will go more into storing potatoes in a more economical way for me. And I think once I'm able to do that, that's what, I think for me, that's where my goal is with this map. Like, I want to be able to purchase this stuff for the potatoes and have the big potato harvesters and stuff like that. Like, I think when I set out the goal of doing potatoes on this map, like I became like, okay, I want to get into doing potato farming. It's something that I messed around on Steve Mod's map, I think it was Grasslands, um, but I was having too many issues with that map, and I just couldn't play it. My goal was to have a good bit of, it was supposed to be my first like hit at potatoes. And I just couldn't do it. There was just too many bugs with the map at the time, and it was nothing against him. I know he's worked on it pretty hard to get that stuff turned around. But yeah, like I want to do something pretty big with potatoes, and I've been messing around with a lot of mods to try to get myself to that point. Now it's just waiting for the money to come in to be able to do it. Yeah. Yeah, like I said earlier, I haven't messed with sheep that much. I've done a good bit of cows on a lot of my Let's Plays, and, you know, I've never really been picky on the equipment. This is the first time I've ever truly tried to stick to a specific brand. And my hardest piece for me is not having my 3090 Massey Ferguson in here. It is always my go-to tractor. And not having it on here has definitely made it more interesting to try different equipment and try to get, like, I actually like the 4010 and the 4020 I have over the 4840. They just seem to run a lot better. This is really big and bulky and doesn't turn as well, where it seems like those work very well with the style of equipment that I have. But I have to have this for jobs like, or I have to have the 4840 for jobs like, you know, pulling the harvester around, like the potato harvester. It's just too big for these things. They don't have the horsepower for it. And I am looking at getting a new tractor. I know I talked about that a couple episodes ago. So we still have to just wait and see, hopefully by the end of this year, depending on how all this turns out. Now I am excited because this is the last pass, and then all the potatoes have been picked up. Or not picked up, but have been brought up out of the ground. That is that done. It is 7 o'clock, so about an hour later than what I thought it would be. So not too bad. We will just park you right here. Let us run down, get the 4840. Make sure we did disconnect. Yep. The lights on here. Yeah, I mean, and that's the issue that I found out, you know, on here. Like, for me, you can do it, but you limit yourself to what you can do. With John Deere, they have a good bit of stuff, but it's not new equipment. So that's the hard part for John Deere. But it does. You alter the way you want to do things and how you're going to do things. You know, if you want to try to stick with just one piece of equipment, you're not going to get into doing potatoes. But you go with the case. I believe there's a seeder out there for a case. There's a baler. You got your tractors and stuff like that. You got your cultivators and plows and everything like that. So the option for it is there. You just have to decide what it is you are going to want to do overall for your map, and for your game style, what you're willing to give up doing. You know, obviously for me right now, I can't plant corn. I don't have a corn planter to do it, but I don't have a John Deere that I'm going to be able to pull that off with. So at this point in time, I don't look at doing it. I've also, for me, some of the things that I've done is if I can change it to the color of John Deere. So I have some trailers, like I have a Joshkin trailer. So I kind of went with, okay, so I'll do some Joshkin stuff as well as John Deere, and the same with the Grimmy. So I stick with the Grimmy stuff to do all the potatoes. But there's some trailers that just, they don't have a name brand. The first trailer I bought for this Let's Play, I don't remember which one it was called now, but it at least gave me the option to make it a green trailer with the John Deere wheels and everything. So for me, that was worth it. It was worth the trade-off. It wasn't exactly a John Deere, but I still got the colors and it matched and it went with everything. So you just got to figure out exactly what you're willing to compromise or how you're willing to justify it in your head. When I do potato work, I know I'm using my John Deere and nothing but Grimmy. I'm not doing any of the side equipment, the overseas equipment or anything like that. There's a lot of different potato stuff that have come out, so the options are there for all of that stuff as well. It's just not anything that I'm looking at doing. I chose to stick with Grimmy, and that's how I'm going about it. But I think I don't think there's a whole lot of case stuff out in the game as it is anyway, is there? I know there's not a lot of smaller stuff for case. I mean, at least for John Deere, I've been able to find some of the older equipment and smaller equipment to be able to keep what I want to do going. We are getting this field picked up pretty quick. I got 2 more down here. And we got everything up there, which should be able to clear in probably one go. We are pushing 8:30 already, so I really don't know if we're gonna get any grass cut. Be completely honest with you, I don't know if we're going to be able to have the time to do it. Is it picking it up? Oh yeah, it just took a minute for it to register. Okay. I was like, it doesn't look like it's loading. Yeah, I know there's a lot of the class stuff on there. On console. One of the other things that you could do, because I know with like console you have slot count and stuff like that. If you buy a lot of the same equipment, it lowers the slot count of using it. So doubling up on things. I know it kind of makes it a little bit more boring, but you know, those are little tricks to get around that stuff. Actually, a couple decent slithers of potato that we've missed here. Let's get up, get this unloaded. Turn the lights off now. Are they? I haven't even really checked the mod hub in forever. I wouldn't even be able to tell you what is out on the mod hub for PC or console. Mainly just for mine, because I just haven't changed anything. I haven't needed any mods or anything like that, so I haven't really checked it out. Now, when you do your case, like, are you still pulling your internationals into? Because wasn't there a couple old internationals that came out on console and stuff like that? Come in. What's up? Hi, bud. Yes, I'm still live. Huh? I don't know. We'll see. Go ahead and play. I'm not going to be much longer, okay, buddy? Alright, I love you. That's my littlest one. Yeah, I think what we'll end up doing is we will finish getting this field clear, and then we'll call it a day for the live stream. Definitely took a little bit longer than I thought it would, just because of all the interruptions I had with the weather. We're going on almost, what, 2 hours now. Yeah, just about 2 hours now that we're going on, so we'll finish getting this picked up, and then I'll pick up the other field off camera, and then we'll see in the next video if I have time to cut the grass and get it picked up, or what the plan will be for that. We may just end up going into wintertime, and I don't know what we're gonna do. Obviously take care of the horses. I guess the other thing I could do is I'll turn the greenhouse back on, and we'll get some more potatoes through that over the winter time. That seems to be our biggest time. I don't really grow potatoes the rest of the year. I just turn it off. It's too much work to deal with that and take care of everything else too. I just get off course. Oh, I'm still good. Okay. Yeah, I thought I saw a couple of the international stuff on there, the smaller international stuff. Like I said, it's been forever since I've been on the mod hub. And even when I was on the mod hub, like, I'm not getting on and looking at what's console specific anymore. So I know that's played a different role in it as well. Oh man, oh man. Alright. So I'm not going to have a video out tomorrow. With doing the live stream today, I have soccer tomorrow after work for the kids. So what I'm hoping is possibly Wednesday or Thursday, I will have another video out. And depending on the time of year, what I get done in that video, and what I can do, maybe go live next Saturday. I have something I'm doing in the morning Saturday, but I do have some time in the afternoon. Definitely a possibility that we could go live Saturday. I do miss the going live and talking with everybody. It's one of those, everybody seems to talk a lot more when you're live, obviously, than in the comments. And that's my big thing. Like, I love talking to everybody so much. Like, I reply to every comment. That is just some days it's like, oh, I've only gotten 2 people to say something to me in the comments today, so not a whole lot of talking going on. What do you mean a mod download video? King's Mod? I've actually never been on King's Mod. What do you mean, like installing mods? For your game? On PC? Is that what you're talking about? Because that's super easy. I could just talk you through that. Listen, in FS17 I tried to do like mod reviews and map tours and stuff like that. That stuff's for the streets, it's not for me. I'm not into it. I don't enjoy doing reviews and stuff like that. You could literally do a whole channel based off of just mod reviews and things like that, and never do a let's play ever. I don't know, for me I just never got into the mod reviews and the map tours. I can watch them. I'll watch a good bit of map tour videos and stuff like that, but I don't know, for me unfortunately, Nathan, like it's not a big thing, but for me. But if you want to know how to do it, like, yeah, I'll help you through it. Like, it's not that hard if that's what you're talking about. Okay, so I am picking up potatoes. It's just the animation is off. Because I'm climbing up, it's just not. I have to pick it up and put it back down again. Did that fix it? No, that didn't fix it either. Oh no, for some reason they're just not coming the whole way through. There they just did. There they just did. Alrighty. So what are you trying to set up folders for different maps, or are you just playing one map? Because if you're just playing one map, it'll all show up under the mods folder. So like for me, I do have separate folders that I save everything to, and then I just switch those folders in and out as I want. But what is the folder issue that you're having? Maybe I can help you figure it out here, right now. But if you want me to help you figure it out right now, we got to get it done. Alright, so what I do is so for Bucks County, this map here, I have a folder saved on my D drive that I just save all of my mods to. And how I set it up is in the mod folder, like I'll go through and just set up this map alone and what mods I want for this map. And then I'll go in and I'll copy all of those mods and I'll put them in the folder on my D drive for Bucks County. And then I'll delete all of the mods out of the mod folder for the game. So then you're starting over from scratch again. And then whatever your next map is, let's just say Lapinky, you set up a Lapinky folder under your D drive as well. and then you go through and you download all the mods you want to be put on Lapinky. And then once that's done, it's the same thing. Like, you just save it to your D drive, go through and delete everything else in the mod folder. And then as you want to play certain maps, you just go through and download that folder. You just bring that folder to the mod hub, or to the mod folder under Farming Simulator. And then you can do that. Like, I just copy everything and paste it in the mod. And that way, when I want to switch, I can just delete everything in there and bring up another folder and just go through and do it that way. It's just all copy and paste. And we are full again. Get that up. We're actually going to have to run up and get the 4020 because this is about to be full. So while that unloads that little bit in there, let us go. Drop that off, get the 4020. They're low on straw. Alright, I'll have to get them straw and everything soon too. They're low on straw and water. We were skipping through all those days. I forgot that I had to keep an eye out on them. I was so frustrated with everything going on. They're good with food. We just have to take care of the horses. Yeah, man, no problem. I mean, for me, that's what I found to be the easiest way to do it. I'm sure there's I'm sure there's better ways to do it, but I'm a simpleton. I just try to keep it as simple as possible. We'll go get this unloaded. We'll have one more trailer for sure off of that field. I'm gonna have to take care of the horses because they're gonna need some straw and water. Which I don't understand why the horses need straw. They don't give you anything. It's not like they give you manure, which I think would be an awesome feature to have, horse manure produced. I do like with the seasons, you know, you don't buy the horses, you're just taking care of them and giving them everything they need, but it would be nice to have manure from them. Yeah, I think that's where a lot of my stuff comes from, Nathan, just because I'm new. Like, I figured out the easiest way to try to deal with it instead of the hardest way. Don't you dare. We got stuck on the rafter. Oh, I thought for sure that was gonna fling me off. I thought for sure we were going flying there. Alright, let's go grab the rest of these. I'm just going to cut down through here too. Just down the hill here. Off. Get back in you. I didn't even know you could hire workers to pick up potatoes. How is it even possible? Alright, what time is it? 12:42. Alright. Yeah, the way it's looking, we're definitely not going to be getting to cut any grass, but that's fine. You know, I hate to see us lose out on that money, but there's really nothing we're going to be able to do about it, so might as well just let it go with what it is. Possibility that I could still rip up those fields. I don't know. It depends on how long. I think we'll be done with this field by 2:30. And then however long the next field is going to take us will determine how late into the night I end up working tonight. We'll just see what we'll get away with. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more swaths to go. And then this field is done. I don't think I'm going to come over and rip up anymore. Just take the losses with what they are. I think that's kind of how it would be in real life. You know, by this point, you're not bringing all your machines out to rip out, you know, a few more rows just to pull it out. You know, there's times you miss things, and this is just how that is. I just missed some stuff, so we got to let it go and move on. Kind of my theory behind it, how I'm going to look at going about it. I see stuff like that all the time here in PA. But it just missed some bits and pieces, and it's just left in the field, so I think it's a good touch for us to come up with at the end of harvest season, I think. Oh man, I appreciate everybody that's come and joined and watched. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I hope you guys are liking it. I know it's definitely one of the longer live streams that I've ever done, without AJ, of course. You know, him and I did quite a number of long ones on Flight Simulator, so I don't even know how I missed that. Yeah, this is perfect. I'm glad we got all the potatoes up, and I'm going to be able to get them all picked up because they're still not calling for any rain. Knock on wood, of course, but they're still not calling for any rain. It is only 1:30, so, you know, I do have plenty of time to still go get that other field picked up, even if I did end up working till 9 o'clock at night getting that field done. I still have the opportunity to take care of it. The other thing that I guess I could do is if we took a helper up to the clover field and got that field mowed while we're doing this, that would work too. Well, good, man. I'm glad you were able to catch me live as well. I hope you enjoy this series in its entirety as well. I've had a lot of fun over the last year playing and building this farm from nothing. It's definitely been a struggle to get to where I am on this map, and a lot of planning and future planning on exactly what would be best for my next move for this. So I hope you do truly enjoy it, and I'd love to hear from you in the comments as you go along as well. I still will respond to all comments that come in. Oh man, but yeah, this farm, it's crazy the amount of growth I've had on this farm over the last year. With just starting with $500,000, and the little bit of challenge that I had with having to have a house, having to have a vehicle. I don't skip through equipment. I don't, you know, do anything like that. I did use super strength earlier in the live stream, but that was just to get the tractor unstuck. Because at that time I was trying to save time from resetting it and having to run all the way back down to the shop and then all the way back up here. So I hope you guys at least understand that part of why I had to do that. Good. So yeah, that's the only time I really use that on here. I know when I first started playing Bucks County, because this is the second actual farm build on here, because I had started this map with the mud dynamic on it. And if you guys recall that have been watching the series, there was the episode that I ended when I got stuck in the mud. That game crashed. Not that at that point, but that map crashed at some point on me. And I didn't know if it had anything to do with the mud dynamics and stuff like that. So, all right, sir. Have a good one. Enjoy your day. Good, Graham. I'm glad you're enjoying it as well. Um, but yeah, so it all crashed on me. I don't know what happened. So when I reinstalled it, I installed just the basic version without the mud dynamic and stuff like that. Just because for me, I was getting stuck too much with the two-wheel drives and stuff like that, and it was taking too much time up when trying to make a video. To, you know, constantly have to stop and get your vehicle and your tractors unstuck and go get the other one and take it off. So I just got rid of that, and when I rebuilt this farm for the second time, you know, I did a lot of screenshots and stuff like that from before, so I had a really good idea of how it was set up. But I could definitely tell from when I first started playing this map to, you know, what it is now, the little shifts in the terrain and, you know, the overall placement of the buildings. They're off just a hair, but I think overall I did a really good job doing that. I got off track. Back on track. So this is just our last little bit here. Wow. Our first potato harvest of the year is all but done. Awesome. So we got this, that little bit there. Do we have a full, yeah, we do have another full trailer as well. So what I'll end up doing is I'll just put what's left in the trailer to top it off, and I'll leave everything in here, and we'll just take it over to the other field, pick those potatoes up as well. And then what we really need to start looking at is the potato washer. So we got, what, 3 full trailers off of here. And then we'll see what's left in here. So we have 2280 in here. $22.80 left in there. Let's close that up. In here. So what is this? 14. 3 loads. So 43,000 liters of potatoes off of here, and then what, 2280. So overall, off of this field, we got 45,780 potatoes off of this one field. That's not including up there. So we are sitting at 67,000 and some change of potatoes. 67,000 and some change. So that's not too bad at all. What is our price right now for premium potatoes? So we're looking at 47 or 497 per thousand. So right now we're looking at having about $33,000 in potatoes sitting off to the side. Now I don't know, we can go in, let's look at what the best time to sell potatoes are, because we could be in a pretty bad time. Yeah, we're at a very low time for selling. So as this price goes up, because we're sitting right here with regular, so the premium's obviously higher. So if we go higher, it'll go higher. Yeah, we probably are sitting on I would think almost $60,000 worth of tomatoes or potatoes right now, just for that one little field, and that's not too bad. Well, plus what we did over the winter. So if we can get another 40,000 off of that other field, and another 20,000, you know, we could, you know, by the end of the or beginning of spring, be sitting on 100,000 liters of premium potatoes once we get it all washed and everything. So yeah, definitely going to be interesting to see how we go about doing all of this. Let's get these unloaded. Make sure I don't hit any rafters this time. Go pull up a little bit. Scoot over some. There we go. And then what we will do is I will get this taken over and get all of this set up at the next part. Alright, Nathan, have a good one, man. Thank you so much. It was good talking to you as well. I'll catch you later on in the comments throughout the series. So we'll go ahead and get this brought over here and get ready. Like I said, I'm going to pick up this next field off camera. We should get a good bit of potatoes off of here as well, I would think. Get around the 40-10. Set up right here. So we're coming up on 4:30. It's going to take me a little bit of getting all this done, but I'm pretty sure I am shot for the other fields. Hopefully winter isn't too bad in the beginning and I can get that stuff ripped up, or possibly get that stuff mowed down. I don't know if it'll all die off there right away. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I truly do appreciate it. I hope you guys have a great time, and I look forward to catching you in the next video. Thank you guys so much for joining me. As always, happy farming.